All right, well then let's go to Monaco, John.
So how long do we have to talk about Monaco?
We may have to make that this is part 1A of
Yeah,
that Monaco conversation. I
you
get the
know,
sense that you're a bit of a fan of Monaco.
I've been there. I am a fan. It's what Formula One is all about. All of the color, all of the sound, all of the wealth, all of everything is there, and the sound, the streets reverberating with the sound of Grand Prix engines going through there. It's just fantastic. They've been racing there since about 1929, I think. So it's got huge history. It's one of those tracks. It's a street track, and unfortunately, the cars have gotten so big and so heavy and so powerful that it's sort of obsolete now. But it has such a strong history that people just keep coming back. I wish they could do something about that, but yeah, elevation changes are unbelievable because it winds up the side of the mountains there on the coast and then comes back down. You've got all sorts of history, including cars going into the Mediterranean, flipping over and going into the Mediterranean around where the swimming pool is now. You've got, I mean, there were 10 years where there were only two drivers who won Monaco, 84 to 93, I think it was. And that was Prost and Senna. And Prost won, I think, I don't know what, 6 times, and Senna won four, or just the opposite. I think Senna won six and Prost won four in a row. I mean, their battle there was just epic. And then, of course, in 1984 was the controversial finish where it was the wettest Monaco Grand Prix, and it can get wet there just on a heartbeat anyway. But it was the wettest Grand Prix they'd ever had at Monaco, and Jackie Ickx, fellow French-speaking countryman of Prost, called the race short at 30, 31 laps when Senna was catching Prost at an unbelievable rate. And that didn't go down very well in the Senna camp. But and what else? McLaren has won something like 15 times there. So I mean that's huge. Damon Hill won 5 times in a number of years and was kind of called the king of Monaco. It's just a
Graham Hill.
fantastic race.
Sorry, Dick, say that
It was
again.
Graham. I'm sorry, it was Graham Hill that won 5 times.
Yeah, did I
I
say
think
Damon?
Damon won.
Sorry.
You said Damon, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
Graham, and
Yep.
Damon's father, of course, and was
Mhm.
one of those
Yep.
guys who was really elegant and a real gentleman and a great picture of Formula One race drivers.
So really,
Mhm.
that's hearing from you, that's the legacy that as Formula One continues, if we can find a way to keep that allure, that aura would be really nice, even as it expands out into different countries and races.
Yeah, unless Formula One changes, the fan base for Formula One is changing. The demographic is getting younger. There's more emphasis with Liberty Media owning the sport now on entertainment. I've been there, but I'll tell you the truth. It's a very difficult place to watch a race because you can see just glimpses of the cars for a very brief moment.
Hmm.
And it's very crowded, very hard to get around, very expensive to have a room. Most people will get on the train or bus and move up or down the coast rather than stay in Monaco. So it's got real problems in terms of just continuing to have a race there, but hopefully they'll find a way.
Dick, do you want to add in on anything?
Just a couple things. Number one, if you watch, like, go out on YouTube and watch some of the footage from Monaco in the 60s or the 50s or whatever, you sit there and look at it and you kind of go, okay, the buildings have changed, but really, other than that swimming pool complex, nothing has changed with that track. I mean, it's
Right.
the same thing that they've been driving on. And it is absolutely amazing to watch some of those cars going around there back in the day, because they were moving, back, considering the technology and the power they had. The other part is, I think the swimming pool section with the modern F1 cars is about as spectacular as it gets, because they're going through there so fast and they're missing the barriers by inches. I think it's just, it's an amazing thing to watch. The other piece is, a friend of mine went to Monaco for a conference. It wasn't Grand Prix weekend, but it was there for a conference. and he's a big racing fan, and he walked the track, and he said, you just wouldn't believe it. The streets are so narrow. And he goes, it's just, I don't know how these guys do it. It really shows just the level of skill just to get around there and keep the car in one piece.